Hey everyone, I'm Wa.
And I'm Chris, and welcome to Docu Sweeties.
We're two longtime friends to discuss the riveting and sometimes trashy and salacious world of docuseries and reality TV.
Yes, but through our own lens, honey, which today is going to be, collab friendly. Anyway, welcome. So excited. Yeah, but at the end of the day, hopefully mildly sweet. We'll have two parts to this collab. I forgot what I was saying halfway through. I forgot how I was going to turn that into this. But anyway, it's my own fault, and I pushed through. I'll tell you this right now. I'm super excited, and so much so because we have, truly in our first time, a relationship success story to talk about couples with. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, Juan and I love talking about it ad nauseum, but we're two single gals or whatever. So to really have a point of view to bounce off of, it's just going to be super, well, definitely fresh for us. But let's talk about what's happening today. So we're going to do a two-parter with our beautiful podcast collab, which is Married to Reality. And we have the Married to Reality married hosts, John and Teresa. Welcome to Docu Sweeties.
Hello.
Hello, everyone, and thank you.
That pregnant pause. Wow, the drama. And then I also felt like, were we supposed to start collabing sooner?
We were all on the edge of our seats. Chris is an improviser. So
no, I also just have mild strokes in between of me thinking about how I'm going to change it around. Wall used to just always let me be the one that changes the script. And then when she changes the script, I'm I don't know what to do now. Let's go straight. Anyway, so listen, guys, we are here to talk about the 90-day premiere of, this is season 3 of Love in Paradise. It's episode 1. I like big boats.
And I cannot lie.
Everyone thought that, right?
Yeah.
You know, we all thought that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Then their job was done. We got sharped, But yeah, so brand new season. We've enjoyed season 1 was straight to streaming, and they knew how much we loved it, brought it right to that TLC. And so straight to cable now because we're fiending for it. More of these couples just hooking up on vacations, honey, and calling it love.
It's not all positive, though, because now that I think it's on TLC, we have to wait until it airs to get it on Discovery Plus. Weren't we getting it early last season?
Is that what's going on? Do you guys remember how from Happily Ever After, we would get it at in the morning? So
I got Happily Ever After in the 80s. They were sending it to me so early. And now, now we're watching it after everyone already sees it.
And I hate it.
I can't stand it, especially when we have to podcast about it.
Yes, we need it during the day. We need it earlier in the day so we can live our lives as opposed to waiting to the very end and then trying to take notes. I want to watch it in the morning when I'm drinking my coffee so I can be fresh, and get it done. So
yes.
Very
exactly. What are we paying for?
At least the episode titles thus far for Love in Paradise are better than The Other Way, because The Other Way episode titles, riddle me that, please.
They're like roomy quotes.
I don't know what they are.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump right in with talking about our first couple. So guys, we are doing a 2-parter, okay? You're getting so much quality content. I know you can't stand it. So we're going to do part 1 on our channel, Docu Sweeties, where you're at right here, where you're listening. And then after that, I need you to go back into your Apple Podcast or your Google Play space or whatever that is, and search Married to Reality, and then listen to part dos.
Come on over. Part
dos. The couple that we are going to talk about here are Valentine and Carlos / Carlos. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know if you were getting visual aids. This is out of control.
This is cool. Look at you guys. Very advanced.
Yeah, if you are a part of our Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/docusweeties, then you get the visuals of what you're hearing.
It's not just for us to clue us in.
For everybody. We like to share love.
If you pay.
Wait. Yeah, but $10, it's only $10 a month. So it's basically nothing, honey. It's definitely cheaper than having any sort of boo overseas.
Believe me, I just saw the photo. Well worth the $10. I would have paid $11 for that.
I don't know what to say about that, but
don't say anything.
Okay, so we start off with Juan Valentine. He lives in LA, but he has a deep Brooklyn, a deep New York accent.
Yeah,
48 years old. Yeah.
When he says he's from Los Angeles, he's like, yeah, I live in Los Angeles. You're just like, for what, 2 months, honey? I mean, you just landed. I mean, like she's like, no, yeah. I love accents. Like I really do. But it's just like
I'm
I just
glad.
came back from New York. I know, honey. I'm here. Wait. I have a question. Where are you from?
Me?
Are you from? Yeah.
Well, I'm from the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Czech Republic. And
Mhm.
John is from the state of Connecticut. So a little above Brooklyn. I don't know if it's because I have an accent, but I can't hear accents. So unless you have like a deep southern accent, like Alabama, then I can't hear it. I cannot tell if you're from LA or from New York.
She's pretty tone
So-
deaf, is what she's saying.
Well, thanks. But yes.
So is Valentine. You guys, that are bringing us back. Yeah. Okay. Also, one more question to you guys. I think it's like you did watch season 1 and 2 of this, so you know Carlos.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Valentine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we.
Aria. Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say we met in New York City, so she is from the Czech
Me and
Republic.
John.
But we met in New York City when she was here on some sort of visa, and then we made it official, green card style. But yeah, so the New York accent is near and dear to my heart.
Mhm.
Teresa apparently can't hear it.
Yeah,
I
no,
can,
no.
but I think it helped me because what I was told, and I think that's true, that New Yorkers speak very fast. And
Mhm.
so then when we moved down south, I was like, oh my God, like, why do people take so much time to say something? And it's so true. And I feel like now, like, I can understand any English
Mhm.
because of that New York fast accent. So
It's
I'm
like
good.
you should learn guitar on an acoustic so that when you get to electric, you're John Mayer.
Yes. Just like you should always practice all of your Olympic sports in high altitudes. Because if you can, and going back to New York, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. But anyway, okay, let me just tell you this. I love Valentine so much because he's an artist, but and I'll tell you this, his music is horrible. Like I remember like one of the best parts of like last season's is just like Juan I like reciting his like dumb lyrics. I feel like Juan, you know the top of your head. What is it?
A little bit. It's like she's so sweet down to her ass cheeks. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Satisfaction.
I like how you guys are pretending you don't like that song.
She
That
demands
song-
satisfaction.
that is my ringtone, and it's way
I have
better
a question for you
it's way better
guys.
than any song that Darcy and Stacey have put out.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, who's worse? Darcy and Stacy, like or Carlos, Valentine.
Oh,
Who's worse?
God.
Darcy and Stacey. I mean, hands down.
100%.
I think I would rather Darcy and Stacey's music, but this is where I'm going to give Valentine. Valentine always has hot ass visuals because he has an aesthetic, and Valentine's, all of his music videos look the exact same. And the aesthetic is 2000s club.
Mhm. The whole package.
Wait, let's now do another couple. Okay, who would you rather have music wise? River of the family Chantel, his rapping career, or would you rather have Tariq?
Ooh. I'll take Rivers just because he's a little easier to look at.
Well, you take it easy over there. I'll take River because I've never heard his music or listened to it, and so
Oh, you have. Oh,
I'll take
you
the
have.
I'll take the devil I don't know. This time.
John, you did a by the way on the Rivers.
Did I?
River. Yeah.
Oh,
What's his
Okay.
name? River or Rivers?
River.
River.
Oh, one. Okay.
One
Singular.
river. Yeah. Okay, so we have Valentine, and they actually do something that was great for us as an audience. They talked about Hairgate. They
Guys, get on the
acknowledged
Patreon.
Mhm.
they acknowledge the fact that he had a whole hair situation that we all hated and talked about last year. And he was like, I was balding, so I decided to get some hair.
Yes.
But then I started playing around with the hair. And
What
did
does that
too
mean?
much.
What does that mean?
What? Yeah.
I can only
okay.
imagine is
gluing.
like he just was like, oh, I feel like my forehead's too big. And so he just brought it down to right here.
But himself, like
Mhm.
eBay implants, or how do you play with your own hair?
I don't know. I mean, I imagine it was like a piece or some kind of, I imagine it was some kind
No.
of piece. Because I've seen like men on Instagram, like black men who get like toupees or whatever. And so I don't know why he did that to himself, but they acknowledged it and I was happy for it. And we got to see his stiff eyelashed friend.
Well, she got okay. This is what happened, and I got God bless this woman. And she does a lot of things. Maybe she doesn't have time, but she has been using the same house of lashes, the stick ones, for like 3 years, and they have so much dry glued on them, and they're already straight lashes that are coming at you in different angles, but then there's just layers of dried glue, and when she like binks down, you like see the globs, and all I'm saying is like, we gotta get you some new lashes, babe. We gotta get you some new lashes.
You need to pull up a reference photo because I'm clearly
Okay,
not paying attention to the important stuff.
Let me just. Oh, I got it. No,
I always see Darcy and Stacy's. Oh yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah. I mean, I'm not. Listen, I
John,
don't mean to be picky, but
that was
this
an
is-
uneducated. No, John, you don't like that. Take it back. I'm gonna tell you right now.
I would never.
Also, sorry, I was like, how fun is it also to just stick our heads out? Yes, honey, Brady Bunch. Wah, do it! Wah! Okay, I'm Patreon.
Okay, she's hollering into the mic, and I have to now note that time.
10:52. Maybe you can take a commercial. Take a commercial.
Okay, you know what we're gonna do right now? You guys are having so much fun. Let's stop for a commercial. 11. Okay.
Let's
right,
start
now we're
this.
back from commercial.
Yeah, we're talking about this. It's still Carlos and Valentine. Listen, Valentine's finally getting his freaking haircut, and it's like this woman is doing the goddamn service. Now, this woman also should do some stuff, for herself, which is it's very hard to be a woman and do stuff when you have like multiple pans in the fryer, right, Teresa?
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm just glad that she told him like your haircut sucked. Like he looked like a Lego figurine.
Well,
So
I'm
glad there is someone who was like, you gotta shave that.
It was
because
us.
I could not look at Valentine.
It was the collective us. I usually feel bad for people that go on 90. They go on these shows and everyone tears them apart for the littlest things. I think in Valentine's case, we all did him a favor. He saw all of the comments and he said, I better do something about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a vulnerable thing to open yourself up to this world. Go ahead.
Very true. I was just going to say, I'm very curious. Like, he said he's an HR rep, right? How much money does he make? Because look at the studio. Look at all his extra fancy effects. I always think of our HR. I'm like, damn, like, I wonder what they do.
HR has hit records, Teresa.
In their lives, I guess.
So I'm in HR. And he said that he's an executive HR like person. So he's making 6 figures. He's probably making like 200 or like a little under it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because
it depends on the company. Depends on the company.
Yeah,
depends on like because if you jump around in HR, you can get more money at each company you go to. And if he's like executive wise, like he's making a lot.
Yeah, he's always traveling. He got the
he knows how
cosmetic
to
surgery.
Spend them.
Yes, honey, all of it. Like the surgery. He's traveling. He has the YouTube channel. Honey, not even just the music. He can't stop making art. Besides the music, he has C Squared.
Has anyone
Crucial conversations?
Have you guys gone to watch this this public access channel that parades around like a YouTube channel?
I wish I had. Okay, no, but I want to hear what hopefully you did. But I did look up the stylist that's on it. That was on. Okay. That was his
Joe exclusive.
Yes, thank you.
No conversation with Joe exclusive is crucial, so I don't understand why he's on Crucial Conversations. But this C Squared has been around for like 7 years, and I think this is the 5th, 6th season. The first couple of seasons had different hosts, and now Valentine's done the last 3 years or 3 seasons as the host.
So he didn't start it. It's someone else's show.
I from my limited research that I did, yes.
Yeah.
And it is public access, like it's not on YouTube?
Yeah. No, it's on YouTube, but it looks like it's ripped off public access and put on YouTube. It looks so shiny and polished on the show, and then you go and watch the actual episode, and it is not that at all.
Hilarious. Yeah, this man has a lot of time on his hands. He works out. He has his show, and he is, I don't know, planning a wedding. He's an executive in HR. He's getting new neck tattoos. Did you see the new neck tattoo?
He's a musician.
Yes, and a musician. This man is doing a lot. So we get to see that background, like of him, like being like, "Oh, how does it look?" And they're toting out men for different wedding suits that he might wear. Joe Exclusive is helping out with that. And there's a conversation he has between him and his girl. I don't know her name, Tiffany. I don't know. Him and his friend.
Kay, I think.
Kay?
I think it was Kay. Yeah.
Okay. Him and Kay are having a conversation about his pending wedding to Carlos and how it is rife with drama. And the drama is the fact that Carlos has met a female friend while he and they were talking. And this female friend, her name is Michelle. And Carlos says, "Oh, I say I'm gay, but I'm actually bisexual. Bisexual." And go ahead.
Wait. Oh, wow. Oh, God. What was the thing that happened the first season that they were like Dominitivo and
Activo?
like Activo? Yes. Like how they're both Activo. I forgot about
Was
that.
that
Two
was it both
tops.
Two tops.
Yeah, the two tops.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot. Did Carlos tell us then that he was bisexual, or we were
No.
but we were so obsessed with the bisexual ladies, Abby, that we just like wouldn't even tolerate anyone else being bisexual at the time because we were so obsessed with those bisexuals. Remember them? We love them. So anyway, yeah.
Abby.
Gabby
Yeah.
and Frankie.
Gabby.
Scabby. Scabby. But yeah, so in this situation, we going back to Carlos. He's lovely. He still has that hair. He's 29. He says he's a student.
Do you believe he's 29, Teresa and John? Do you believe that he's 29?
Carlos?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
But
okay.
I saw some photos of him like a few years ago and he wasn't looking like this. So I think he was hitting the gym hard.
Hitting
yeah.
something.
No?
Okay.
Yeah,
No?
I did this.
Oh, he was hitting something hard.
I think steroids injections. I don't know. I was like, I don't know.
I didn't believe him for one second.
Wait. Is that a thing? Can I
What?
inject myself with some muscles?
Oh, Teresa.
What?
How do you if your country ever won an Olympic sport, it's probably because they were injected with
Well,
steroids.
are you talking steroids?
Mhm.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought you just like snack on them like pills. No?
No.
Oh.
Ooh,
You inject
steroids.
steroids?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
First of all, that's the reason
That's
why I've never
new.
done them. If I could snack on
That's
them, I would
new.
do them.
No, my mind is blown right now, but I guess. But I do
There's-
believe he's 29. Back
Okay.
to your initial
Huh.
question.
That he gets a strong 42 to me.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
I
so
was-
bad at all reality TV ages because maybe it's just I think I look younger than I am, but I
I
look and
do
feel
think that too.
and I'm like, how is this person my age or how is this person younger than me? So
Yeah.
I'm all askew with ages.
Yeah, but that's exactly what we're saying. He's younger than me, and I just can't.
That's true. Yeah, he's younger than
He's
me.
younger than me too.
Yeah, and I
Way
don't
younger
believe it.
than me.
You guys make a
at
good
us.
point.
Look at it. I mean, I was saying, just like, he
Yeah.
works out in the sun maybe a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. God bless. But he has that friend. And I think the friend's name is Matthew, which is why I think that in my notes I was like Matthew and Carlos because they're friends and ex lovers. Sorry, my dad walked in the room. So anyway,
I think it's Victor, but I might be wrong.
Thank God you're on. Thank God you're doing this pod. Can you always come on and just tell us the names because you'd be surprised how I know I don't watch the show. I don't.
Okay,
watch
do you know how much shit John gives me if I don't write things down and then I'm just like, So I'm doing my homework. I'm trying to write the names down, and someone needs to pronounce it properly because John's not good at that. So
Oh, yes.
Ooh,
it's
shots
Victor.
fired.
All
Oh,
right.
so Carlos is telling not Michelle. Carlos is telling Victor how he doesn't understand why Valentine is upset about Michelle. And then Valentine is telling Kay that he's down with the polyamory. He's okay with it. But the fact is that Carlos is not defining it as that. And he's getting upset that this is happening. And now he feels like this is somebody that Carlos has emotionally been with or is emotionally like in love with. And even though they're good friends now, he doesn't want that person coming to the wedding. Now I have a question. Based on the information given, John and Teresa,
Mhm.
do you think Michelle should go to the wedding?
Yes.
What?
I
I think
mean,
I think we had this debate already.
we did, and I forgot what I said initially. But now when I'm thinking about it with my fresh brain, I guess I think it's fine if she goes. If they're just friends and they didn't hook up and it's been a while and they are true friends, why not? But
Here-
if he wait, if he still has feelings for her, however, then she should not come.
Okay, John.
let me plead my case here for a second. So they're not longtime friends, which is my issue. If they were childhood friends and he caught feelings, he got a crush, fine. It's like you guys have known each other your entire life. He's known Michelle, I don't know, what, a year longer than he's known Valentine. So I don't see any good that comes from this. She can stay home for this one, and then they can all hang out together later if they want. But there's no, I don't see any positive, anything good coming out of her being at this wedding.
What if she brings a +1?
Drama.
Drama.
Chris, what do you think?
I think she should absolutely come because she has never been into Carlos. Carlos was like, I met her and
Exactly.
I think that she thought he was gay. So I think that she was like booed up with a friend and was just probably like laying on his chest, like whispering secrets to your gay bestie, which I've done so many times, whatever, God bless. And then he might have also been like, hey, so I'm actually bisexual. Guess what? I'm not just always like active. I'm activo. You know what I'm saying? I'm whatever. God bless. So anyway, I don't know. God bless. And then she was like, oh, and he was like, I have like feelings for you. And she was like, oh, cool. Like not so much like those back for you, but sorry. That's what it seems like. And so why? Like, who cares? She's not a threat, honey.
The feelings
Michelle's
are too
living her life.
You should not be at the altar looking out into the crowd and seeing someone that you were recently attracted to and told people about this out loud that you're attracted to them. This is awkward and uncomfortable for everyone. And if your fiance, if your future husband doesn't want that person there, well, it's time to start compromising.
That's
Carlos.
exactly what I was going to say, is that the simple fact that Valentine does not want her there on his special day should absolutely cause Carlos to let that person, to not have that person to the wedding. You can still be friends with someone you don't invite to your wedding. You can just do it out of honor. There's no reason for her to be there. You didn't know her that long. So why is she like such a priority to fight over your fiance to have that person come? It's like weird.
Well, I think Valentine should actually be like, yeah, let her come to the wedding. And then when the time is right, I'll introduce the polyamory again, be like, hey, dude, you brought someone to the wedding. You have some emotions too. So here is a bottom for us that we want to invite into the relationship. And now we cannot say anything. Am I
Valentine's not into women, though, is he?
I'm not saying her to be the bottom. Oh. I'm saying to invite a bottom. Jesus, that's aggressive, John.
Yeah. That's not up to us to decide who's their bottom.
But I feel like I would be like, listen, like you had some sort of a connection, so you kind of understand where I'm coming from with the whole polyamory. So how about we revisit this topic?
Yeah, you're right. Did you notice that when Valentine was getting his hair cut, that she was cutting his hair on a shag carpet?
No.
So he's sitting, I wish I had gotten a picture of it. He's sitting in this like square chair, and below him is like a white shag carpet. And I was like, this is the fakest of the fakey fakes. I hate when they don't have the continuity to like get it together so that a viewer like me doesn't go, what?
It takes you out of it completely.
Takes me out of it. I couldn't suspend my disbelief. Anything else to say about them? I feel like we got through them quick.
I know. I guess I want to say this. Did it feel like to you that like Valentine's like, I am in a polyamory. I know this is what he kept saying. I have the ability to love more than one person. Carlos isn't into that. But now, he's saying that he has feelings for someone else. Like, what's up with that or whatever? And I wanted to be like, I don't think that you alone have the ability to have feelings for more than one person at a time. I don't think that only people that claim or into like polygamy are. Like, I think that most people have the ability to have feelings for more than one person, but some people just choose to keep it neat, keep it tidy, or whatever, because, obviously there's jealousy or whatever, or just, some people just choose to be monogamous for lots of reasons, and so it's a confusing thing for me to not to like think that Valentine can't bridge that for him.
So that's really interesting. That's an interesting point. And we talk about this a lot because we do Seeking Brother Husband, we do Seeking Sister Wife. And I was like, I don't get it. I don't see how you could love two people. And Teresa said, well, we're not parents. But Teresa was like, well, I bet a parent, when they have multiple kids, you love them equally. It's probably something similar to that.
I didn't say that.
You didn't?
I said the opposite. I was I was like, I bet parents always have their favorite, like your parents,
Okay.
John.
So then to that point, even you, I agree with you, Chris. You can be attracted to multiple people and you can maybe have feelings in some way for multiple people, but there's always going to be one person that you feel more towards, and that's who you decide to settle down with.
Yeah, I agree with you. And going along the lines of what you're saying, John, is that I think that a lot of people who do polyamory, I have a friend who's polyamorous, and they refer to that person, or can refer to that person, as their anchor, as the person who they can feel like, they would be able to be with forever, and everybody else they have long-term whatever's with, but it's not that long lasting, this is my person until I die type thing. And I don't think that's a judgment either way. I know in the Western world we have such a very specific idea about how love should be, and it should be till your dying day, and like till to whatever. But I can say that I was in love once, and I was in love for a very long time, and I didn't want to be with anybody else because I wanted to give myself only to that person because I loved them. But I could have, and I think that's part of that thing of some people can do both. Some people don't want to do none of it. They just want to be monogamous. And there are people who are just kind of somewhere in between, where they're like, if the opportunity arises and it's safe and no one gets upset, I would do it. So
the way you're describing it to me sounds with like an anchor. Sounds more like an open relationship, though. You have your relationship and then you're free to go have fun and spend time with others. I feel like the idea with the poly is like, no, we're all in this together. We're living together. We're loving together. We're not loving together, but
sometimes
I mean, if you're talking about that black man and those 3 white women in Colorado,
Nick Davis. Oh my God, I was just gonna say that.
He's my spirit animal.
No, he's having sex with. They're all having sex together. But like, I guess I just think that like sometimes poly people don't live together. And the example that I have is my friend who is poly. He does not live. He lives with one person because they have 2 kids together, but his anchor is someone else. Because him and that person he had 2 kids with, their relationship where they're romantic and all of that has kind of petered out, but they still are good friends and love each other. And so they have 2 kids together, so it's like it takes whatever form works out,
Sure. Yeah. Everybody is different. Everyone feels different things, thinks different things. To try to use our own thought process and feelings on others is futile. So yeah, and whatever makes you happy.
And whatever Dewan is saying, or Valentine is saying, about the fact that he's uncomfortable with how Carlos is going about it, I think it's because Carlos isn't being open and honest with him. Carlos making it seem like it's nothing and I'm over it and all that stuff. But I think Valentine is like, I need you to just be honest with what you're feeling, and the true reason why you really want her to come to this wedding. Like,
I like that part, because then that also whatever, it explains why he's okay with Victor being there. Also, I think they've all 3 hooked up.
Oh, for sure.
Victor,
so that's what
Carlos, and Valentine.
Yes,
I think so.
Oh, yes, because I think that Victor, isn't as activo, and so and we've known some of the challenges. He Valentine spoke of the relationship challenges, and we know some of the ones. There's a lot of activity happening, and sometimes there needs to be a little less activity, a little more passivity.
So it was kind of news to us. We're all agreeing it was news to us that Carlos is bisexual. Do you think it's news to Valentine? Is that something that is maybe throwing him off a little bit, or has he known from day one?
I don't know.
Great.
Because that's a lot to process.
I mean, Carlos said that he's only been in like serious relationships with men. So maybe he is attracted. And I was telling this to John before, that maybe he's just attracted to everyone, which there is a word for it that I keep forgetting.
Is it pansexual?
It's pansexual. Okay. I actually know someone who is, and it's kind of the idea. I was like, you don't care about a gender, so maybe that's his thing. Because as far as we know, I don't think he's been in relationships with women really. Maybe he hooked up, but not like a intense relationship, right? And yeah, we've known him as a gay man, so I'm kind of like curious where this is coming from. I'm sure that's who he is, but he never brought it up before.
Wait, can I ask a question? Is P in LGBTQ? Wait, LGP. No, it's not, right? Okay. The only because I'm asking is because I feel like he'd use the word pansexual if he was pansexual.
Right.
Maybe he
Why
would.
wouldn't he?
Yeah, this
Why
is new
wouldn't
to me. I learned like 6 months
Oh.
ago, so I'm kind of behind. But
Can you believe that we've talked? I love this so much. 30 minutes about one couple. Can you imagine if we did this for every? Can you imagine shooting a podcast? Where am I? Am I in my C squared studio? I'm not quite sure.
This is higher quality, let me tell you.
Yeah. Could you imagine if you did 30 minutes on each couple every time you watched a 90 Day Fiance episode?
oh my gosh.
You'd have hours and hours of content.
I wanted to say that I messed up and I shouldn't have started with this. So I kind of want to do our ending and then go back and talk about the 90 days so that we can do the ending going, hey, if you want to watch part 2, we talk about more couples and go on from there.
Whatever you want, babe. Because she's going to edit it. So whatever you want.
Oh, you guys edit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You wanted to do the 90
I wanted to do the
overall.
90-day overall first
yeah.
so that we can do it. So we're going to end this. And we're going to say like, thanks very much for joining you, blah, 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 bye. And then you guys say bye. We'll do all of so Chris, you're tracking. We'll do all of the outro and everything.
Yeah, but then what are we going to do? Talk about the world.
Once that's done.
We'll just do a whole new episode that's the world?
You'll put it in front, though?
I'm going to put it in front.
Got it. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so take us out and end it. And then I will pick back up and say, all right, let's talk about the 90-day world or whatever. And then we go and talk about the 90-day fiance toe roll.
Great.
Nice.
Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. Wow. I loved talking about Carlos and Valentine. They're one of my favorite couples. I'm so glad that they're back because they were our first, from my recollection, LGBTQ plus couple. And to me, they were very successful and I enjoyed watching it. And honestly, it was one of the best proposals on the 90-day world that I have ever seen. And it really brought tears to my eyes. So it's nice to be able to see them again. But listeners, if you want to listen to part 2, we're going to talk about the other couples that happened in this episode, Jessica and Juan, Lydia and Scott, on the Married to Reality podcast. So be on the lookout for part 2. And if you are interested in seeing the visuals of what you've been listening to right now, you can join us on patreon.com/DocuSweeties. It's only $10 a month. It's a Starbucks cup of coffee a day situation. So like, give us one day, $10. You got it. You love it. You want to see it. Exclusive content. I watched season 1 of 90 Day Fiance, and at some point I'm going to do a live talking about it. So you're going to get some good stuff if you come over here. But Chris is going to let you know about our socials in case you cannot do that $10 a month.
Yes, I will. And that is at DocuSweeties on Instagram, at DocuSweeties on TikTok, and at DocuSweeties1 on Twitter. But John and Teresa, please tell us where we can find, obviously, podcasts on Apple Podcasts, but tell us just all of your socials and where we can get as much content from you as possible.
For sure. And first of all, thank you for having us. This was so much fun. And come over to Married to Reality, the podcast, for part 2. You can find it wherever you listen to podcasts. You can find us on Instagram at Married to Reality Pod, and on Patreon. That's actually where we're covering this season of Love in Paradise for us. It's not on the free feed. It's over on Patreon, patreon.com/Married to Reality. We're also doing Seeking Brother, Husband over there. It's wild. So check it out, and I think you'll like it. So thank you.
Yeah, check it out, guys. And thank you, ladies, for having us on your pod. We had a blast. And as John said, for the second part, come over to our show.
Come over to my house. Come over to my house. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye.
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 I always think Christina Aguilera. I'm always like, come on over, come on over. I always think.
That's a good one.
Okay.
All right. Chris, you want to lead us into talking about 90 Day the Other Way?
Yes, honey. Okay. Here's the thing. it's always nice to have a brand new season in the 90-day world, but it's not just the world, it's the universe. And there are many seasons, there are many galaxies, there's many countries, and there's so many beautiful ones, honey. There's so many ones that are tropical. They made a whole series just of tropical, beautiful ones, and it's called Love in Paradise. But we're talking about the juggernaut that is tow, honey. Towing it where we tow an American to a different part of the world where we're going to see how that person fish out of water is. And this has been, I'll be honest, a very fun season, and it's because they have great new people. I always love new people, and like the best ones this season for me are like the Nicole and Mahmouds. You know, like I cannot believe the content we're getting just like from them alone. It's riveting.
When you say great new people, you mean terrible new people. And yes, those are the best to watch.
I mean, you know, little from column A from little column B, honey. I don't. Yeah, I could. There's just Jen and Rishi they're not fun. They're not like great people. Like they're fun to watch, but I'm not like taking anyone home. But you know, I know who was taken home. Well,
I'm taking home Kevin from Life After Lockup.
No, I thought she was gonna. Sorry, I gave it to you, Thucky. You were gonna say Debbie because I know you love Debbie.
Oh, I love her, but
I love Debbie too.
Who I'm taking home is Kevin from Love After Lockup. But yeah,
do you guys watch that? Wait, do you guys watch Love After Lockup?
It's the one show Teresa refuses to.
I tried, and I just can't get into that.
Oh, you got to get sharp, honey. You know, like once you know, like it's
I don't know why. I can watch literally anything, but somehow I can't get into this. And so many of our friends were like, T, you got to watch this. It's so great. And there is like Love After, in between lockup. No. Before lockup. No.
Yeah.
During lockup. Yeah, thank you. So I tried, but it's just not. It's not getting to be.
She's got her own bad boy right here. That's all she needs.
I love Debbie and Osama.
That's a good Debbie. That's a very good
I definitely love her. I just thought I think Chris, you're absolutely right. It's a great season. I thought that Nicole and Mahmoud I thought they were going to be a one-trick pony and one note. But when they decided to just not talk about their feelings or what their relationship was about, and then they decided to go on that dusty ass bridge and eat hummus, I just said, hey, give me a good pivot. You know what I'm saying? Like, take me in another direction that I never thought it would go.
That's the advice we always give to couples. When they say, how are you guys so successful as a married couple? We say, just don't talk about your problems. Sweep them under the rug, and they'll just magically disappear. So I'm glad they took that route.
How much hummus do you guys eat? A lot, I bet, right?
Teresa sustains on hummus.
Love hummus. But I don't think I got the Costco one. The small hummuses from Costco. You guys go to Costco now?
I gotta try.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Theirs wasn't hummus tahini though. Theirs was having hummus, just in Arabic means garbanzo beans. So like they were having some hot lemony water garbanzo beans floating around.
I actually have had that, or I think I've had it. So a quick background about me. Our peeps know, but when I came here, not on the boat, as John likes to say, I flew into New York City.
And boy, are her arms tired.
But I was an au pair for 2 years, year and a half. And I lived with a Greek family, like legit Greek family, first generation. The parents moved here for jobs. So like we all had like the heavy accents. And I learned to cook Greek. And because it's Mediterranean, so they have a soup that's made out of chickpea and lemon. And I literally think that's probably, if it's not the same thing, it's very similar. And it's super good and super healthy. I think that's what they were eating. They were just calling it hummus, but I don't think it was the hummus that we know.
Let me now look that up. I need to make a hummus tahini broth.
Yeah, what did you call it, Teresa? We were talking about it on our podcast.
We called it chickpea soup.
Chickpea soup.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sounds delicious.
Do you think that what do you think Osama's end game is with Debbie?
Just money, just to be living off of her until she, goes.
I think he wants to just go all in on his art, and here's someone to subsidize it. There is no romance there. They have more fun together than Nicole and Mahmoud, so that's nice to see. But there's no romance. There's never been a kiss on the cheek, a kiss on the lips, anything over the pants. And so to me, it's just this platonic relationship. What is this? The cover of her autobiography? Are there wings on her? What is
Yeah,
this?
don't you remember when he said Debbie is like an angel? So I had our good friend Gabby just like mock up Debbie as an angel with Manhattan.
I love that.
You need to send that to us. That's my new Facebook profile picture. It's amazing.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I think that they're not romantically involved, but I think they have this companionship that they like each other. They're more artistic and spiritual, whatever you call it. So they do have a bond. I just don't think they bang and have that type of bond, right?
Agreed.
Not a banging bond.
Not a banging bond, just like and I get it, like artistic, creative people, as Jill and myself are creatives, and we do connect on that level as well. We do connect on other levels.
Yeah, we
But I
bang
don't-
also though, Thursday.
I don't think they go there, but I think there is a connection. I don't think it's just him using her, but at the same time, like, yes, what is his end game? I'm curious to see.
That mom knows something, honey, from that last episode. The way that mom was just like,
Yeah,
you know, the dad's
she's
not-
very shy. She's very shy. Don't get nervous if she doesn't talk. She's very shy. Okay. Or she was taught if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I can't get past Osama's mouth. And also in the last episode that I watched, he looks like Sid from Ice Age.
Yes, he does. I had to take a moment, but
Like,
yes.
His eyes were wild, and I was like, are they? I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. Last episode, his eyes were wild when she was like, "Yeah, Osama, get it in the car." You know, Debbie's always right. Debbie's always right. Okay, Osama, does your parents know I'm coming? This sure ain't Sugar Hill. It ain't Atlanta. Like, you know, she's just talking, and he's looking at her like, "Don't worry, just be you. Just be who you are, spirit, and you know, whatever." And I'm like, "Oh my God, he looks just like Sid." He like
I know who you're talking about. I think it's good that Debbie is self-aware. I mean, we've seen so many 90 Dayers and a lot of these like older women, the younger guys who are not thinking straight about certain things, how, you know, there might be some obstacles and the families might not. Oh yeah.
Wow.
That's it. Yeah.
because you know
That's pretty accurate.
you
Mhm.
know it's true, and I'm gonna find the picture and put this side by side and put it on the internet.
Yeah.
That's horrible, Wah. That's horrible that you would do that to him.
The poor Osama.
And what was it? Remember his poem? And we were like,
Your bones.
oh,
Better than Runaway Train. if we have to go
Oh my
there.
gosh.
Oh God, the girl with the red heels
Yeah,
on the
Bennett
runaway train.
Mahogany. Oh boy.
Mahogany. Mahogany.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, so my other favorite couple from this is it's not my favorite couple, this is sarcasm. Is Danielle and Johan when she was kicking that coconut. At this point, I'm like, Johan's feet has been through it too. I'm like, are you wearing pointy shoes, sir? Why do you have all those bunions?
We talked about this on our podcast. Her religion is just about wasting perfectly good food.
All the
That's
time.
All there is. She's not even composting it. Now she's just kicking it around.
And breaking it and making a mess. Like, it's horrible.
You could kick the coconut and then crack it open and drink that delicious juice, but no, you just smash it on the ground and let it go to waste.
You're absolutely right. And sometimes the religion's like, don't eat this and don't eat that. It's kind of restrictive. This is like
Very restrictive.
Was
This is-
Aoife like a haram going through like an eating disorder situation? Like, what is happening? Why are they? What almond mom kind of like weird religion is this? But you know, I'm so sorry, John. Let me tell you this thing about me, and this is controversial, but let's tell you this right now. I cannot stand I cannot stand men's feet. I don't like men's feet. You know, like the taller you are, the worse it is.
Okay. I have to tell you something, Chris. I have to tell you something.
Get
The
on that
bigger and
Patreon.
tall. The taller that you are, like, I don't have to tell you, honey, it's only for not forget-me-nots. I don't have to tell you, it's not for me. Okay, what, Teresa?
I have to tell you something.
Tell
I
me.
also do not like men's feet. I think men should be
Well,
prohibited.
it's illegal.
To,
Yes, it should
yeah,
be
should
illegal.
be illegal to wear sandals. However,
Ugh.
John somehow has beautiful feet. I always tell him we should make money off of his feet. They don't have to see his face, just his feet. Because he has beautiful feet, guys. And he doesn't go to the salon. He just takes care of it himself. And somehow I'm okay with him wearing flip flops. I just found him a nice new flip flops on Amazon. I mean, somehow there
It
are
worked out.
people with nice feet like John. And I'm not
Thank
just saying it because he's my husband.
I'm so happy for you.
I
It
want
makes me happy
anybody
for
who
you.
can
Thank you.
really
Thank
offer
you.
the feet to make it. So if you can make money, John, please do it and then tell me how, because I would like to. do
Right?
All right.
Just
let's see.
like-
Let's try.
Honey, just like Megan and Charlie.
Oh yeah, or Courtney. She was stomping on food for money.
that. Oh, she
Yeah.
was.
Well, that's a waste of food. That's
Courtney
almost
and-
like Danielle.
I didn't know that about Courtney.
At least she was profiting off it. Danielle's just like, oh, perfectly good banana, throw it in the river. Pizza, throw it in the trash. Who needs this?
What do you think about the way she's treating him and the way she thinks that she's right in everything that she's saying?
She's
I would
wrong.
leave her.
She's wrong in most of it. The need to hang out with your ex is unnecessary, I
Mhm.
would say. Yeah, I don't think she's right about many things.
Okay, I feel that. I want to talk about Rishi Gate. I want to talk about the half-naked, topless picture that this all of her friends, like half naked. When she said he sent me a topless picture, I said, topless, ma'am. And then she's like, yeah, I told him I was a model, and I was like, a model, ma'am. He knew that you were not a model. I kind of believe him that he knew that she was his friend. Now, the pulling the leg thing, I wish he would stop saying that because it was
Oh, yeah.
imagery after a while. But what do you think of Rishi? Do you think he's full of shit?
I think he's full of shit, but I also think, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but during COVID, we all like put up a few pounds, and I think his photo shoots were taken before COVID because you kind of look at that and you're like, me. I mean, right?
Yeah,
Am I wrong here, guys?
Yeah, I don't even believe that's him. So
Oh, you think it's all Photoshop? Like you remove the head,
No,
you put
might
it
have-
on the bod?
I Googled a hot guy with abs and then sent that photo. We've all done it, and it's a catfish situation. I would just
We've all done it.
my defense
happily.
would just be, look at it, look at him, look at me. That's not me. So I don't know what you're worried about.
Well, I think once upon a time it was him, but again, I think COVID and the relationship got in the way, and then he got comfortable.
All right.
I had this also thing, and listen, this is like I'm not married, so this is why I'm so happy to like have you and John here. Like, I think like men, like if men just like start drinking alcohol, they can put on like 25 pounds. Like that's Rishi. Like Rishi's two compositions we've seen, it feels just like Rishi, when he's like paying attention for 2 weeks and not paying attention for like 2 months. But like all men had to do was like, eat them egg white smoothies and like, I just feel like it won't take him that long to get back to that. Like he has to lift like one weight too. I don't know why he's not been dancing. Maybe he needs to get into Deer's classes. Remember Deer? I don't know. Like, listen, he has a lot of friends that are doing a lot of Indian Zumba classes and one of those Bollywood Zumba classes. He has to get in there. Having said that, no shame, because I also have, put on some LBs, but
Same.
I'm not
I
making
was gonna
pictures
say,
of myself. Sorry.
It's incredibly unfair, the old double standard we have here, because especially not only do I find it easier to get in shape than Teresa says it is. You say, oh, I could go to the gym for a month and I won't notice anything, and I go.
I have stubborn belly fat. It just doesn't go
you got
anywhere.
SPF, but that's a whole other issue.
Yeah.
But the real unfair part is that culture, society has started to gravitate towards the dad bod, so you don't even have to get into shape.
And he does have a dad bod.
Mhm.
So maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe he was on the good old Google and he was searching for like what's popular nowadays, and it's the dad bod.
Dad bods are trending.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I liked when he met. Oh, Okay.
Oh, these are my favorite.
Really? Really? They're your favorite?
She's so nuts. She's so nuts.
Chris, Sleepy Chris, right? Do you think? Okay, let's get to like the nitty gritty. Do you think that Sleepy Chris is sleepy because she's into playing with Tina? That's a very old fashioned way of saying it.
Playing with Tina.
I'm
Yeah,
not sure
that's
what you're saying.
Is that like a ladies' way of saying it?
I want to figure this out.
70s? Is it? Is it? What do
Actually, you know what? This is like a very. I wish if Maddie and Poodle were here, they would know exactly what that means. I think it might be like a gay way of saying it, but God bless. Like meth. Do we think that she's in meth? Do we think that she's a drug goblin? Allegedly, because we're not lawyers, we can not be sued. But what the streets are saying that Chris, has gone through a lot of her like turbulent scenes in abroad is because she's. In fact, like coming off of some shit. And then she had to go back to America, honey. She's on some shit. And suddenly she can like jump around and work hours and hours again with her back, just feeling fine, So
Well, go ahead.
That's it. No, how do you feel about the case I've presented?
Well, I thought when we met them, I was like, she's moving to Colombia to get free drugs. Because unlike the US, other states and countries, you have way like cheaper drugs, including the Czech Republic. Like a lot of our medication, my medication, like I still sometimes ask my parents to ship it to me because it's so much cheaper. And so I thought like, all right, she's gonna go and she's gonna be getting her stuff free of charge. But somehow like she wasn't. That's why she was so off. And she's like, damn it, I really need it. So she went back to the US and now she's been good since she's here. So I think she's getting her fix. And I'm not saying those are necessarily illegal drugs, whatever she takes, right? But she's being fine in the US because she has what she needs.
She's power washing driveways.
Yeah. Like she was basically dying in Colombia. She couldn't even leave a cab. And now exactly, she's power washing driveways. She's doing all these odd jobs, riding her rare motorcycle. Like,
and I think since she got there and she realized, oh, I can't get the access to the drugs that I thought I could get, she's been coming up with these excuses to go home. First it was, oh, there's a rare motorcycle issue, I got to go home. Then it was, there's a bank issue. And then finally she's just like, you know what? I can't get drugs. I got to go home for my drugs. And she just came clean about it. It's all about the drugs.
For sure, because a bank issue, you can call. Come on, we live in the 21st century. You can do freaking everything online or pick up a phone and call. Like,
yeah. She's also very toxic.
Fly. Yeah.
She's toxic. When Jamie was like, I haven't even seen your face in a month. She's like, how dare you say I don't love you? I do everything for you. And I'm like, but she hasn't seen your face in a month. She's like, I'm so sorry I'm not on my phone 24/7.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
get
like,
this
how old are you? You're not
Mhm.
old enough to not be with your phone 24/7. Like, I'm with my phone 24/7. So you should be with your phone 24/7. You have children.
It's
like,
so
what?
puzzling. The whole thing is so puzzling. Like, they got married. I can't believe they actually made it to a wedding.
I can't believe that either. I actually like Jamie. She's like a nice, cute looking girl. She seems like a good person. And now there is Chris. But somehow she's still into her. Like, it's not like, oh man, yes, I got a taste. This is not for me. Like, she still wants her. She's still crying. She wants her to come back to Colombia. We'll see how that works out.
Yeah,
Very entertaining.
I don't see a world in which Jamie could possibly be attracted to Chris and like what Chris has given her, which is someone who is sleepy and problematic all the time. Like, I don't mean, just literally there's problems all the time, something new. And obviously that she doesn't want to see her. God, it's so sad.
The only upside was you can stop working, right? And so she quit her job, but then even that got weird. It was like, well, no, you can either go back to your job or find a new job, but then she didn't find a job. That whole situation was confusing.
But now it's funny because now it's kind of this thing where it's like Chris is like, well, if you want me to come back, then you should get a job so that when I get back, we have more money. But then half of me is like, Jamie, never get a job and have Chris just never come back, but feel so guilty that she married you and you quit her job. Just have her just keep sending you money. Like, that could be the best of both worlds.
That won't last.
Jamie should have ran when Chris got so excited about the knives. I mean, imagine having a narcolepsy and you have a freaking 15-inch knife under your pillow.
And night
No, thank
terrors
you.
and a drug addiction.
Yeah. Oh no. And a really bad sense of fashion. Like, nope. bye.
Ay, Teresa. Awful.
That's the biggest
It's
crime. of
so
them all.
bad.
Was the word seeing her on TV upsets me because I'm like, a larger audience sees this and they're going to think that this is okay, and it is not.
How does she make money? And I think about that, like, how do you make money? Like, I don't understand how you have any money. Like, how do you get up and dress yourself? And if you put together that outfit and you walked out the door, then how did someone also ever pay you for anything that you put forth?
Yeah,
That's
forget
a
what
very
she
good
did.
question.
Small town Alabama, where she's probably considered kind of cool because she dresses outside of the Walmart, you know?
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that she does like all the dress up thingies. What do you call it? Cosplay?
Unicorns
Yeah.
and like skipping.
Onesies. She loves onesies.
Yeah, she was like, everyone thinks I'm so young. And we're all like,
No, we don't.
no, you look exactly your age, my friend.
Yeah, you and Carlos and Valentine are just like twins born the same moment in time. Okay, so yeah, Gabe, this is funny because we're talking about how like easy it is to do things in the 21st century. Like, we're supposed to believe that Gabe was just going to very easily be able to like go back and get his birth certificate changed to like, to his gender or whatever. And so at the same time, it's like, just get it done.
He was ill prepared for a lot of things. But
He was not prepared. I was just gonna add that I didn't even know it's possible, and then we have a lot of friends who reached out to us saying, "Hey, it is possible," and we did that, and it was a great day, and I loved it. I like genuinely loved it, knowing that, oh wow, like this is what's possible, that you can fully be who you are. So just wanted to shout out to some of our friends. You guys know who you are, for always educating us on things we have no idea about. But yeah,
when the Learning Channel drops the ball, our friends come
exactly.
through.
Well, that's what TLC is.
One day, just like MTV's
Apparently.
music television, right?
Yeah.
The Learning Channel.
I feel bad for Debbie. Her scenes with her son have made me feel really bad for her, because you just like are seeing a son tormented by the fact that his mom is making a bad choice. But other than that, we'll see what happens as it goes. Any like predictions or anything you want to see in the last part of the season?
I just want to see
I think
it
they
all.
all will go home. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's basically what I was gonna say. Burn it all down.
Bring them all back. Bring them.
Well, what's your face? Danielle's not going.
No, she's on the run.
Yeah.
From
IRS.
yeah, she's not coming back.
Yeah, she's not going back.
No, 19 years in the high school honey system was enough for her. Just sold everything. She's like, I don't want the pension, honey. Take it all from. Take it. I don't care. I don't want it. All right. Well, then, what a great little fun catch up of this season with you all, and to hear your thoughts on some of the couples that we've enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for joining us. I know, right? Thanks so much for joining on this collab of ours. Last final thoughts, Wah?
No.
Great.
Everything's great.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about Carlos and Valentine.
Woohoo.
Okay. Thanks, guys. That's
Awesome.
it. I'm going to push in broadcast, and then we can talk about going to Zencast.
Okay, cool.